Hello, and welcome to Blue Spoon. Today we're going to be talking about kind of a new concept in the world of eating and nutrition. It's called Chrono-Nutrition. Chrono-Nutrition is essentially this idea that the time of day and how much you eat during that time of day can have a great impact on your BMI, your health status. It can have a large effect on your propensity to gain weight. But there's a few studies that have come out, and it's really kind of drawn some light on the situation. So one of these studies was published at the Royal Society of Medicine. Essentially, what this study did was analyze the size of the meals at breakfast, lunch, dinner, and also included snacks of different people throughout many, many countries all around the world, specifically North America, South America, and Europe. What these researchers ended up concluding was that different countries have different size breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snacks. And so you're thinking, okay, well, what kind of an impact does this have? Let me tell you. So countries like France would have a larger lunch. Countries like the United States and Canada would have a much larger dinner. Certain countries like the UK didn't really snack throughout the day. Guatemala, for example, had fairly similar eating patterns throughout the day. So essentially, they just collected data on how much you're eating and when. Although there's no causal evidence in this data, there is a lot of evidence to suggest that having a majority of your calories come earlier in the day versus later in the day can help you maintain your BMI, and you can actually keep and sustain your own weight. The participants in their study were all women, and they were fed 1,400 calories per day. In half of them, in group 1, they were fed 700 calories, 500 calories, and then 200 calories for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, respectively. And then group 2, they did 200 for breakfast, 500 for lunch, and 700 for dinner. The women who had the larger breakfast ended up losing over twice as much weight as the women who had the largest dinner, which was quite interesting. In the women who had the larger breakfast, there was this conclusion that there was a decreased risk of cardiovascular disease. And this was because they had significantly lower levels of insulin, glucose, and triglycerides throughout the day in their body, in their bloodstreams. This is not only a decreased risk in cardiovascular disease, because this is significantly tied to diabetes, hypertension, and also high cholesterol. So essentially what this data is giving us is a large meal at the end of the day is not very good for sustaining BMI. In fact, a large meal at the beginning of the day is really good for sustaining BMI. Obviously, a lot of more research needs to come out about it, but I'd be very interested to know. And when I do know, I'd love to share it with you. Thanks for tuning into Blue Spoon. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Please eat the vegetables, eat some fruits, and be happy. Cheers.